Economic Regulatory Authority, ERA. Let us see what is the importance of this Economic Regulatory Authority. ERA. Generally, the policies are prescribed by the governments and implemented by the administration, and the beneficiaries are the people of India. So, every stage, clear policies, impartial administration, uniform applicability, uniform implementation, and will ensure better gain, better welfare to citizens of India. So now, because of economic importance, because of more dependence on economic activities, everyone, every citizen of the world, commercial organizations, governments, everybody is dependent on financial activities. So without finance, there is no life to anyone. Maybe it's the individual, government, commercial organization, charity. Without money, there is nothing. Nothing is possible. So all the resources used, human, natural, financial resources, should ensure highest productivity to the resources used and the welfare of the consumers, society, environment protection. All this should be ensured by the economic activity. So we feel there is a need of a superior regulatory authority under the direct monitoring of the Ministry of Finance or any other authority to monitor, to regulate, to prescribe policies, to implement, to administer the policies of the government. Also, all the financial activities of the government, that is, investments, borrowings, expenditure, payments, social welfare, all should be brought under the regulation of this Economic Regulatory Authority. Of course, the situation may not be the same, may not be acceptable to some, but now what is happening, just like CDS, Chief Defence Staff, has been appointed. He is looking after he is acting as a bridge between the government and the armed forces. The same way, National Security Advisor is acting as a bridge between the government and the ground level activities. The same way, in the economic section also, we need a super regulatory authority, or we can say good advisor to the government, to see that all the resources are used for highest productivity and all the benefits reach to the suppliers, consumers, and welfare, environment protection is achieved. So whether this is possible, we can think of making it possible, because one commercial activity is not only dependent upon one ministry. You can see the same economic activities are monitored by the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of MSME, and all other many ministries are covered. Heavy industries, Ministry of Petroleum. So all these are coming under, all these ministries has to work to achieve the better purpose. So we feel there is a need of super regulatory authority as economic regulatory authority that can guide, that can advise, that can ensure that the administration, monitoring, implementation of the policies of the government. The proposed regulatory authority has to ensure and supervise the performance in the interest of public as well as nation image at large. The following regulators can be brought under the supervision of a regulatory authority. That may be for lending and borrowing, Reserve Bank of India; for capital, investments, markets, SEBI; government revenues of taxes, CBDT, CBIC; investments received, trade received from foreign countries, international trade, that is foreign funds, FIMA; corporate affairs, administering the performance, protection of investors, the corporate laws, and the amounts borrowed by governments for the purpose and utilization, bonds and certificates issued by the government, trade and commerce to promote domestic and global trade and commerce, exports and imports that will be having effect on balance of payments and foreign exchange value. The government will declare incentives for industries for exports and also receivables, payables, and incomes, allocation and disbursements to various ministries, to various organizations, various authorities, and trade and bilateral agreements also. All these sections has to be looked after by the proposed by the Economic Regulatory Authority. So, all these policies concerned will lead to one direction, that is profitability, wealth and welfare for the nation. Profit increase wealth and welfare ensures comfortness, happiness, wellness to the citizens. So, there are some steps required to encourage, to verify the performance of regulatory authority, that is direction. On which direction the revenues of the government should be spent, revenues of the government should be used and invested, and how it is going to benefit the nation as well as citizens, society, and everything. And it has to ensure that the direction, ambition of the decision of the revenue, expenditure, allocation should be with regarding period, quantum, quality, and goals to be achieved within a period of time. And next, the allocation and disbursement based on the needs but not on the influence. That should be the direction that will ensure first stage. Next one is regulation. All these policies should be transformed as activity that needs regulation. That regulation, rules and regulation has to be formed and accepted by the legislatures, maybe parliament and assemblies, to ensure that the government funds are used for the better purpose as per the direction, as per the need, as per the expected performance, expected destination, expected use, without any flaws, ambiguity, confusion. From that is the action plan from top to bottom, from the time of disbursement to the time of destination, means reaching the beneficiary. If implementation is not foolproof, the ultimate result will not be effective and the people will not be beneficial. The needy people will not be able to get the benefit issued by the direction of the funds. Next, implementation. I stated earlier, all the regulations has to be implemented properly. The regulations should transform into actual implementation, means identifying the beneficiary, reaching the beneficiary, and timely supply, and that should ensure perfection of implementation, uniform implementation. It should be based on the need and purpose of the direction and need of the beneficiary and also the time required for the beneficiary. So all this should ensure the needy beneficiary is identified, benefited sufficiently and on time. That is the implementation stage that has to be carried on successfully without any deviation, diversion, misuse of funds allocated. Next, the verification. So everything cannot be taken as granted, as direction given, regulation made, carried on. That needs to be verified. Project, purpose, person who is the beneficiary, whether it is needed or not. Every verification means the purpose has to be, the funds has to fund all resources, not only financial resources, natural resources, human resources should be used according to the direction given by the policymakers, regulations made by the administration, implemented by local governments, local authorities, and that verification has to be done. That the success of every policy depends upon the impartial implementation of the directions of the steps taken by the administration. If it could not reach the beneficiary on time or could not identify the beneficiary, then it needs to change the policy, it needs to change the procedure to verify, to meet the correctness, correct destination, correct purpose, correct object is achieved. Next, one more stage required is examination. Another stage of examining the performance so that the allocation, distribution has been reached to the destination with acceptable deviation levels, now deviations. So that examination should be done with the help of standards prescribed by the policy makers. Means that standards is, I stated earlier, deviation may be allowed maybe 5%, 2%, 3%, not more than 10% for the deviation. So whether all these standards have been prescribed, has been applied, followed, adopted at the time of implementation, that has to be verified by this, that has to be examined by the at this stage. Next, result, direction, regulation, implementation, verification, examination. If the result is can be feel successful, if the right beneficiary on time and purpose is achieved and welfare is not compromised and protection is given to investors as well as the resource providers, due share has been given, government revenues are protected, then the results can be termed as success. So this is the last stage of any direction which show the success of the process. The success depends upon the result achieved, but not only planned and allocated. So result will show the success of all these steps of undertaken to reach the result, that is direction, regulation, implementation, verification, examination. So these are some of the steps required for every policy that may be monitored, that may be regulated by the Economic Regulatory Authority as expected. So in addition to that, what the Economic Regulatory Authority can look after, that is commercial social responsibility. It is not company social responsibility, it is commercial social responsibility. Every commercial organization earns profit by using the social, national resources, human resources, so that it has to contribute, feel responsible to provide something to the society. That may be in the form of best quality product to the consumers, timely supply, quantity, and at the lowest price. Means that is advanced price mechanism to suppliers and administrative price mechanism to consumers. Productivity to be verified is productivity. So what are the resources used has to be used for highest productivity, that has to ensure more profits, more gains, more support, more help, and more benefit to the nation as well as everybody has to be benefited. That productivity has to be verified since the nation's money, material, message, motivation, all the resources are used in the same direction, or any deviation or anything has to be verified for highest productivity by comparing the performance, past performance or industrial performance or sector performance. Next, contribution share. Resource providers, maybe natural, human, financial resources has contributed to make the commercial organization profitable, to earn profits, to contribute to the government revenue, employees and everything. Providers also, the resource providers also should get better share for their contribution. Means material suppliers should get better price, investors should get better share of profits, government should get more revenue, employees should get better salaries, and also everybody should get better price, better financial, social and economical benefit to the nation. So all these contributors should get better share of that is to be assured, verified by the authority. One more thing to be verified is uniformity. All the policies of the government should be clear and impartial administration, uniform implementation. So all these implementation, every success, every fairness depends upon the implementation. Uniformity in implementation leads the success of every process, every direction, every destination, every policy that should be ensured, verified by the authority. The success of any implementation depends upon the impartial implementation with equality of the opportunity based on ability, efficiency only. Next, creativity. Every time there will be a scope for improvement of productivity, reduction of cost, improving efficiency. So that creativity should be encouraged at every level, not only in the commercial sector, but also administration sector, service sector, environment sector, and value addition should be encouraged and protected for limited period. Entrepreneurship. So every success of commercial activity needs efficient entrepreneurship, efficient management, responsible, accountable, internal management. So entrepreneurs should be encouraged for efficiency, ability, experience, selected on competition basis based on prescribed norms, but not based on the influence, but not on the past. Next, precautions. Every policy, implementation, regulation, all things may need some changes. After some time, maybe today may be acceptable, may not be acceptable tomorrow also. After some time, that may need some change. That needs changes, alternative precautionary measures, prevention of mistakes, prevention of deviations, prevention of dilutions should be made, and all precautions should be taken to make the policy successfully implemented and reach the beneficiary on time for the purpose of high productivity and achieve highest gains to the investors, government, employees and everyone. Next, monitoring. So every economic regulatory authority should also ensure monitoring for implementation of directions, policies, for better use, for better purpose, for punitive monitoring and less management and control. Means more government, less governments. That should be the policy of the regulatory authority. That can be implemented, that can be initiated, implemented, introduced to encourage the entrepreneurs, a single authority to address the issues, the suggestions of the entrepreneurs or any section of the nation which relate to economic activity, commercial activity, productivity, industrial activity, farming activity. Every financial activity needs to be under one regulatory authority that can guide, monitor, regulate, advise and take precautionary steps that will ensure more benefits to all sections, especially to the investors, by inviting more and attracting more and more investors from outside the country also.